Director for CPP and PNDF Peace Process Office, and UPAPRO, Monsignor Fernando Bugtong, Vicar General, Diocese of Catarman. Protocol observed in recognizing the other guests here present this morning. Maupay nga aga sa tumatanan, maupay nga aga.
Good morning, sir.
Inin nga, kita mo mapa, Samar. Be conscious about the 3 E's of development. We need to have a well-planned density area. Whether you like it or not, it has to be a well-planned, well-managed density area. We need to say, Director Nolly is here already. Please rise. Mista ni Gerald dito sa email. So, there are 3 D's of development that we have to be very conscious about. First D is density. We have to have a well-planned, well-managed density area. That's Morongan, that's the city of Catbalogan, the city of Calbayog, and Catarman. The second D is addressing distance. The faster we're able to move goods and products, that's good for the economy. Okay, kung magkabalhabal ka ng bayad sa kada tao, 200, ang sako sa iya produkto, 200, pag-abot sa merkado, mahal na kaupay ito. Pero kung naimuan ta kalsada, tulayan, etc., lumusad sa 30 pesos, imbis kumasto, 460 pesos na lang. Kaya ang food price sa Pilipinas sa taas, tungkol sining logistical problem. And thirdly is removing division in planning. Di rin pwede nga mag-iya-iya kita plano. Usa lang ka isla. A classic case of what not to follow basically is Metro Manila. We don't follow Metro Manila. When I was SILG, I requested the cities of in Metro Manila to submit their as-built drainage plan. My goodness. Ang hirap mga drainage, hindi po nagsasalbo. That's why you have that problem. If you try to use Google Earth, say, the county of Los Angeles, ang kalsada, dire-diretsuhan. Pero itong kasyudad. Pero kitaon mo, di ka nga ni maharap, may manangay na syudad. Tungod kay single plan. Very important. We are now doing this in Bar. I would like to report to you that we have been able to, we're successfully been able to, so far, today, organize the Renown Development Council, composing of, this is the ground zero in the all-out war, way back in the year 2000, that's Parira, Bondon, Matanog, and Parang, in Magandanao, Norte. Tapos din Dato Piyang cluster sa Maguindanao Sur, and dito sa kundiin na tao, ang Taulay Estonia, pati ang pagbula, di ang salamat, hindi siya gintubong dito sa Buting, Lanao del Sur, na organized na liwa. Shared service concept, which is basically encouraged, and it's a constitutional mandate, likewise encouraged in RA 7160, the local government code of the Philippines. Imbis mag-iya-iya mo ng health center, sala, shared service concept. Economies of scale becomes cheaper, more efficient. So these are things that we really have to do. That's why the 3 Ds of development, when I was mayor, I launched unsuccessfully because of the 3 Ds of development. I launched this unsuccessfully because I didn't get much support from the community there. Samar, one island, one people, one culture. We used to be an island province. So, unfortunately, I didn't get much support, as I said. But, thanks to SIPAD, kamo ang nakahimo, natuman gyapon ito. Pag-usa sa tulungang probinsya, Samar, one island, one people, one culture. Salamat. Kaya importante sa pagplano, island-wide. Even in tourism, you cannot promote Catarman alone. You cannot promote Boroban alone. Use Bali as an inspiration. Each one has a role. You don't sell Tagbilaran, you sell the island of Bohol. You don't sell Puerto Princesa, you sell the island of Palawan. We likewise should do that. Let's sell Samar as an island. So it's imperative for all the leaders to work together for us to be able to create an island that we can all be proud of. I can still recall the early days prior to formally organizing CPAD with Bishop Mindroso, Bishop Trance, and Bishop Jose Palma. I remember their desire to convey to the national government the opposition, and not only the church, but a good number of stakeholders against mining. And they asked me, makipag-meeting sa Malacanang. Walang kusugo kasi Gabby Claudio was from Balogan to arrange the meeting with PGMA. And our request was accommodated. Before the meeting at Malacanang, we reviewed and finalized the position paper at Secretary Claudio's office. I was there to help facilitate the meeting. After the bishops presented their position, President Arroyo asked, so if you are opposing mining, what is your economic plan for addressing poverty on the island? The three bishops looked at me and replied, well, Madam President, Mayor Mel will take care of it. Nasyata. It was a memorable moment that reflected the trust and confidence they placed in me, and the spirit of cooperation that characterized our work together. But with that, President Arroyo later appointed me chair of the Regional Development Council for Eastern Visayas. That was my first presidential appointment. Later on, I was likewise appointed by President Aquino, as you very well know, as SILG. I presented priority programs to the region, including 5 major roads, 5 loops covering Samar Island. The first loop is the Calvayo, Allen, Catarman, Lope de Vega. The second loop is the Catarman, Katubi, Las Navas, Matubinaw, Dandari. The third loop is going to be from Matubinaw, Las Navas, Ipapa, dire-diretso na Coras, will exit sa may Taft, then Muray. The next loop is Maynunong, which is beside Morongan, Magawas, Pasay. But there's a need for us to pass an ordinance to preserve the forest there. Ang ikalima, ang existing iwan walang higa loop. Hindi nga circumferential, tapos ito ng pulit sa ekonomiya. I invited the President to come to Samar, Calvayo, together with all the members of the House, in Leyte and Samar and Bilira. The governors were present. I was tasked to present a 4-pager. They basically presented 4 slides, easy to understand. It's a scorecard. We pioneered the use of the balanced scorecard in the Philippines. It's a tool developed by the Harvard Business School. So 4 slides, all approved, included in the National Development Plan. Once they include the National Development Plan, the President, NEDA Board pa sa itong tawag, yan ang DepDep Board na. Once approved and adopted, continuing appropriation yan. So from 2009, yan na nakumpleto natin sa circumferential road. 3 kilometers na lang kulang from Maydulong, makukonect na sa Pasay. So ang distance from Morongan and to sa Tacloban ang ginagawa. And that will reduce inflation in Morongan, kaya ang travel distance and hauling distance mag-ubos. No? Again, that's the D in the 3 Ds of development. Kung magplano magpolitika, na itong pag inupod-upod at sa ito kan Tito Raul, patod sa nakong amay, na sa naniya barkada, ang narang inwelpong. Bata pa, na inupod-upod at sa ira, kas lagi para kumbinsir at nila magpolitika. And this was in 1991. And at that time, I was basically, for 8 months, I had to think about it well. gin-process ko na yung kalagarin sa niragin sirin na mag-survey sa gobyerno. Una kong tanong sa noon, kaya ko ba mapapalyo na akong oras? Pag-manage ang akong oras, na mas dako ang oras for God and country, ang pamilya, ikaluan na. Kaya sumunod ka nga sa gobyerno, regardless of whatever position you're holding, you're a nation builder. Even if that person is a utility worker in government, that person is a nation builder because that person opted to join public service. So I had to process myself. It took me 8 months. And finally, I realized if the country is not well, then the Filipino families, majority, very maupay ang mga. So, ang second, nakumbinsi ko na kong Palabarino na umungay sa public service. But the next issue is, why should I join the government? Anak ko running mate, santo, una ko pagdalaga. Si Ining Oy na si Rin. Dahil kita na lang kayo. Maya na ka syudad. Ibayaan na siya. Damo ko na namuligan as a NGO worker. Pero mas damo ka mabubuligan kung kita sa city hall. Tumalapit ang sa araw na-address ang buhay. I should do it. Sa nakalanak sa gobyerno, antes at nag-assume Vice Mayor in 1992, ginatubang ko akong Palabarino sa Espiro. Inhadlo ko akong Palabarino. Visualizing almost every day, Mel as an old man, nagkakape sa gigit sa kalsada. May kaganak, umagi, pumarap na si Rin. Kita as lagas. Kaya sa poder, oray na yung sa lugar. And what I wanted to see is for the parent to say, Mel, kita kasi doon niya. Anak, kita kasi doon niya lagas. He started everything. Kung nga ng lugar. Then, nag-himwak life ka. After ko mag-vice mayor, mag-mayor ako. After mag-mayor ako, magko-congressman ako. Pag-abot ko 55, di rin ang padalakan sa local politics. Magsiserve ako sa national government. Bisan na nga kapasidad. Pagkatapos ito, magtututo ako, mabalik ang pagka-NGO worker. God is good. Waray pag mag-55, member lang sa cabinet. After my stint in government, for the past 10 years, prior to my appointment, I've been doing pro bono community development work and basically helping 550 programs nationwide today. 5 years of the 10 years in the BARC area, helping 27 local government units throughout BARC to include SUNY. It's not easy being a pro bono community development worker. Moray ka sweldo, agi mo talaga ng Korean. Pero doing this, not only para sa bayan, but as my way of serving God. Maramdaman mo, and I thank PBBM for providing me this opportunity to again serve. Moray hindi sa akong plano, pero nakon siguro po ang Diyos may mission pa sa akin. Hindi pa rin. So, hindi nga akong pagbalik sa gobyerno. Punong-pusat ko si Mama sa grade 6 na. Mag-high school na ako. Sige sa rin ni Mama. Si Mel, magsiseminaryo na yun. Muna yung magpapalit sa pamilya. Ano yun, nagpabungol-bungol na kailangan. So, palik-palik ko, sige, pabungol-bungol, kaya akong garoyan magsundalo. So, sa among ROTC days, nagseryoso ako kung ngayon lang sa ito, ranger company. Kondisyon na para sa PPA, anak ko nanay, sumak sa tatay, iba kaya anak na diri nakabuha sa isa. But God is really good. Nag-assume ang chairperson and eventually sat in the Senate, International Senate of SOS Children's Villages International. Naging chairperson sa SOS Children's Villages Philippines. Hulong ko kan mama, natuman gyapon yung karuyang. Kaya namo din sa liwanan, pagka-chairman, si Archbishop Apalya. So, okay yan po. Naging wanak yapon. Nakapalyog yapon na panik. Tapos yan lang, hindi akong posisyon, parang madayon sa military, ang akong posisyon, ang first appointment ko, ginapointak ni BBM, President BBM, salamat naman ang President BBM sa niyang pagtapon, si General Carlito Galvez. Sa military na. So natuman gihapon na akong pagkasunod alam. Then presently, I received a second appointment replacing another military man, replacing General Yang. So kinahanglan ko yung pag-ampo because now I'm handling two positions in government. Pero usa lang ang sweldo. You know, leaders, we should learn from the past as we address the challenges of the present so that we can lay down the foundation for a better future for the next generation of Filipinos. Summarize. As we all know, we were under the Spanish authorities for so many years. Their oppressive economic policy led to the people rebelling eventually against the Spanish authorities. Land tenancy, monopoly, and worse, the Bandada system. In the Bandada system, ang mga Kastila sa ito, yung pipirit pagtanong ang mga parkuman tapos papalito nila si Marato pa. Waray nilo ng tao ng rebelde. Sadly, sa namara ang mga Kastila, umulpot ang Amerikano, may sumaliwan ng mga unscrupulous na mga traders. Gimpadayon ang Bandada system. Unfortunately, until today, ito na problem ani pa ang tawag middleman. Ipaparat, sira na Rico, ang parakuma, nag-operate na nalawan na oras na nakalala. Then, tungkol sining ang problema sa Samar, ini mga traders na nakali sa poblasyon, nakabantay ang mga highlanders na dito sa kabukiran, sa Iraya. They're being taken advantage of waray ng ilog. After sa naset ng mga gobyerno, waray na silupan na dakot na waray ang ilog ng mga tao sa bukid. Hopelessness. Especially those involved after the Balamhiga massacre. Nanalo sila, taken advantage of napanganakan, Diyos, Dipulahan, Rebellion. Nagkalutaw para si Papa Pablo, si Pedro de la Cruz, na puro na atake. One time he attacked 74 of his men died against the Philippine Scouts. Ang Philippine Scouts, Navy, led by a white man, under Lieutenant Chairman, na si Papa Otoy, si Briano Tinuktuk, alias Tinuktuk amang Diretso na Aragway, pati Toman sa Balamhiga, atake sa Company C sa 9th U.S. Infantry, sa Ramon sa Gandara, Bulaw, si Antonio Anugar dito ng leader, insunong nila ang Gandara. Sindot nga panahon, 50,000 ang evacuee. 50,000 evacuees. That eventually, nagpali na lang sa Rapunto, Bulaw, to where the present Gandara population is today. Na-neutralize ini si Anugar sa Marinyo Montana na-neutralize. Si Juan Sulce eventually became one of our governors during the early days of our province. In 1904, grabe yung encounter sa Katubig. 31 Amerikanong patay. Focus, Paratas, Kundindiin, East, North, puro itong sarap ng atong history. Na ang Amerikano, ang hirang main cap, ibutan sa Bagakay, sa Calvario, Cap Mountain. Tunod sa samong ini sa atin. Pagkauman, umunod ang hapon sa atong kaliwa. Dalaga ang panahon, yung People's Army kaliwa. Pagkabat, panimundap na sarang. So, kapuri sa nato mga ginagyan. In the 50s, in the 60s, the Philippines was second fastest growing economy in Asia. Grabe nato kamutan. Rico, Aurora pa ang Pilipinas. Even right after the Second World War, we were growing fast economically. Then war broke out in what is South Korea today in 1951. Umuling pa ang Pilipinas. Nagpadala ng sundalo, PEFTOC. In 1953, nauman ang gera, gipuligan pa sa Pilipinas sa South Koreans. Gintagan ta $3 million for the reconstruction. Hay na Korea yan at South Korea. Ibayaan natin. Kinanuman, since 1953, waray na sila internal conflict. Wala nang rebellion. No more internal conflict. Nag-focus sila sa economy and development. Bisan kung taon-taon, may presidente sila na napipriso tungkol sa corruption. In the 60s, nag-gera naman sa Vietnam. Nagpadara na doon sundalo sa Pilipinas under PhilCAC. April 30, 1975, nauman ang gera sa Vietnam. Waray na internal conflict. Nag-focus sa economy and development. Kung sa rigid development, pag-improve sa education, pag-improve sa health system, etc. etc. Ginlanang nakit sa Vietnam yan. Bisan kung sa corruption perception index, katas-taas sa Vietnam. At taas ang corruption dito. So it's not only about corruption. Ang grabe ni Victor internal. As long as may rebuilding, may rebellion, hindi rin siya makukuha sa usa siniya mga reklamo sa ito kay too centralized ang gobyerno. Sa ito, matelegrama ka pa, presidente, manaro ka bulong. Manaro ka pa sa Manila. Kaya tayo pumukot ang bulong, patay na ang pasyente. It was too centralized, so people were basically complaining about it. And in the latter part of the 1970s, there was so much pressure. There's this clamor for decentralization, and in the early 80s, somebody finally filed a bill in the Batasan Pambansa and passed BP 337. Batasan Pambansa 337, the very first attempt on decentralization, but the other members of the parliament, kasi parliamentary kita, iranin watered down ang version, kinamanadlok sila, kinamanada na sila, recto, waray na sila, poder. And the author of BP 337 is a Samareño, ang iyang aral, Jose Pipe Bronca. Then, tumod kay watered down, he filed another bill, basically he created a committee of 5 headed by Dodong Susmeña, and this committee drafted a better version of PPT-37, pero nag-EDSA. Pag-EDSA na wala pilitong na nagubito na kada sa komisa, paglingkod ni Sekretary ni Pimentel, nabasa ito niya, iya itago, tapos naipasa ang 1987 Constitution. Pagpasa sa 1987 Constitution, imanduan na tinanglan i-decentralize na gobyerno. Mo ito nga ipasa ang RA 7160, 1991. Pero na ang problema nato is always about change and transition management program. Failing to plan the change and failing to plan the transition. First change, Spanish. Second change, American. Next change, Japanese. Next change, independence. Next change, the martial law. Next change, post-EDSA. And the passage of the 1987 Constitution.